Hey YouTube, Natural Charm 80 here, back after a long hiatus. Yeah, it's been a while. And I'm sorry guys, I do apologize. It is just really hard sometimes, I guess, for me to think about making a video, and especially like the whole editing thing while I'm, in school, I'm a biology major, and I'm working. I just don't know how other people do it, to be honest with you. I don't know how they do it. you know um it's been that last video I was going to do a follow-up, and I kept thinking, my goodness, we're getting further and further away. I was like, January, I was actually supposed to make a video in January. I was like, ugh, didn't feel like doing it. Then came February, then came March, then came April, and now we're in May. And I said, okay, you know what, I'm not going anymore without giving these people a video, just in case anyone is curious, is to know what my decision was, with my Sisterlocks. So, and as you can see, looking at this video and seeing my hair, yes, guys, I decided to take out all of my Sisterlocks, all 430 of them suckers. That was not an easy task, I will say that. Yeah, so today, while I'm recording this video, is Wednesday, May 21st. Don't really know when the video will be uploaded. I'll try to do it the same day. Can't make any promises. Okay, so now let's get into it. So after that video that I made when I said that I was, contemplating taking them out, or should I start retightening them myself or something. I basically think I already had it made up in my mind that I wanted to take them out. I had got to a point of unhappiness with them. I don't know if I want to say the Sisterlocks themselves, but the situation surrounding the Sisterlocks, I just wasn't feeling them anymore. They weren't feeling like they were me or a part of me, you know? So after that last video, I had planned that I was going to start taking them out December 11th, which would have been my 7th month. And I chose that day because that was going to be like the day after, or the day of, my last final. And I figured, yeah, start taking them out, bam, and that way you can get them out, and then you come back for the following school, for the next school year, they'll be all out and everything. And then on top of that, guys, why did I have an expected completion date of December 19th? I really said that I was going to give myself 8 days to take out these 430 locks. Y'all, can I just say I'm hopeful? I like to see the best in things, and I like to think, oh man, I can do that. It took her 2 days to put them in. I can take them out. If I have nothing to do, yeah. I was still working. Even though I was done with classes, I took my finals, I was still going to work 5 hours a day, But anyway, so back to this. When I originally started, I actually started, see, I had to write my notes down. I had took out 3 locks at the nape of my neck on Tuesday, November 19th. And then I decided, since with Sisterlocks they tell you to braid and band, to preserve your the integrity of the locks, to prevent them from having slippage and all that stuff. And then they want you to use the Sisterlock shampoo, again, to preserve the integrity of the lock. I decided to basically do everything anti-Sisterlock. So on the 20th, I washed my hair without braiding and banding, And I used a moisturizing shampoo. But I was just like, look, I'm gonna do everything I needed to do, you know, to make them stop wanting to be Sisterlocks, you know. I didn't use conditioner yet at that time because I didn't have enough. And then to keep going, I ended up taking out 4 more locks that following Friday. And then I basically gave myself a section of like 46 locks, I believe, that I was taking out, and they were just all at the bottom because I can still wear my hair down or even just pull back low or whatever, so you wouldn't be able to see anything back there. So okay, so then yeah, I had to write my notes down. So then you know, I had a full day of takedown. Like I had like an entire full day, and but I didn't get far in what I had, you know, left. And I had to, you know, reassess. Like every single time I took locks out, I had to keep reassessing how much I had left and what was my progress. Like how many locks was I taking out per hour? You know, how much progress was I making? You know, and so then I gave myself a new deadline date. No. I was giving myself the same original deadline date. But I felt, well, since I started taking them out earlier, oh, I can definitely be done by then, you know, which was, again, December 19th. So, you know, and then also I wrote down that working on the locks in the front and the sides were harder than the back because they were smaller. You know, because I have small, I guess, in the front and around there, and then it was like medium back here. And then also my curl pattern is very different. My curl pattern back here is more curlier. It was like a real loose curl. The front, not much of a curl. It's like a wave. So I don't know. It just wanted to stay locked more than the back. The back was like kept saying, I want to come out. I want to come out. It was like curling up and I want to come out. Whatever. So I said the ones on the top or the crown were also proven to be difficult. And I put that texture of hair in that area is usually coarser than any other area. But then I told myself that I was being patient, and I gave myself a challenge that I would like to see completed, you know, but I'm doing this for me on my time. So at the end of everything, like I said, I started taking out a few here and there on, you know, November 19th. And I, you know, had times when I had to stop. Like I had a graduation I was going to on December 15th. So on the 14th, or was that the other way or whatever? So whatever that Saturday was, either the 14th or the 15th. So I had to stop. I was like, okay, I had to stop where I was and I had to find some type of a hairstyle that I could use to camouflage. It was pretty good because some people actually couldn't really tell. They were like, wait a minute, I thought you had Sisterlocks. Like, what's going on in the back of your hair? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm taking them out. They're like, what? You're taking them out? You know, so it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, so anyway, so I ended up being completely done on I want to say January 3rd. It had to have been January 3rd. I really wish I had wrote it down, but you know, I'm smart like that, and sometimes I don't remember. Even though I really thought that I did write it down, you know, but yeah, I believe, I want to say it was January 3rd. I was done with them all. So, what else? Okay, so here is what I used to take them out. It's not a regular needle. It's bigger than the regular one because the point is you know, kind of dull. It's not, you know, won't poke you unless you do it really hard. And then I had it tied to my little string so I could really keep up with it and know where it is at all times. see what else. So as I was doing everything, there were some areas where I trimmed my ends because they were actually already starting to, I guess, form that little ball or something. So I trimmed like right wherever that little spot was. I would trim that, and you know, worked my way through, y'all. So I want to show. And yes, I kept this, and I kept it just for you guys because I know someone was gonna ask, and I'm just like, you gotta be prepared, right? Wanted to show how much hair I shed. Okay, it looks, I don't know, maybe it looks like it's more here than it does there, but I'm not sure. Ugh. Yeah, see, this is how much hair I shed. It looks like a lot, but when you put it into perspective about the fact that I hadn't combed my hair in over 6 months, this is, I think it's quite good. Because on average, about every 2 weeks, no, weekly, I probably shed about this much a week. Probably depends on how well I treat my hair. Yeah. So if you add it up and go by how many, you know, weeks it's been, you know, this was pretty decent. You know, and then here I can even show where I've trimmed. So like this was actually where I trimmed. Oh, okay, and that fell. And it disappeared. Okay, so, but you could, you know, I have some pieces here where I can see where I actually had to trim. Oh, like let's look at that one. You can't see that, sorry. I had to trim. I had to trim that, all of that, because they had like a spot up here that I just didn't feel like it was gonna come out, and it made no sense. And all of this felt really hard and dry and rough and stuff. Where else? You know, I have other little sections here. So again, let's see. So this piece closest to my nail, it was like, it's like really hard. It has like a knot, I don't know, whatever, but I trimmed, and then most of those pieces were, I think, in the back. And then, so here's my thing. I realized I think I did better taking them out when my hair was, I want to say, dry versus with conditioner, but it also depended on what part of my hair. If I used conditioner on the back, oh yeah, it was like not a lot of problem because my hair's very loose back there. But when I did it on the side, it wasn't working out for me, you know. So, and then I found like if it was wet, it was actually making it tangle up quicker, and it was just some craziness, you know. So after, you know, they took everything out, and then I deep conditioned my hair, and then I trimmed my hair again. I trimmed about maybe 2 inches. Wait, no, maybe about an inch or two. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this is what I used. It's probably backwards because it's looking backwards here, but this is the Shea Moisture Anti-Breakage Mask with biotin and bamboo extract. This is the yucca and baobab. Baobab, I think. I don't know. And this is, it says it's for thin, fine hair, but I really wanted it because it said anti-breakage, you know. And it's supposed to thicken, volumize, and soften. And so I've been using this for a while actually, and I like it. You know, but since I've trimmed my ends, and I've trimmed them again, you know, because they were feeling kind of icky. you know, think about it. You haven't been using any type of moisturizing shampoo, no kind of conditioner, haven't been trimming them, and then you've been using that Sisterlocks shampoo that's supposed to roughen your cuticle. So yeah, my ends were feeling something, but you know, but I would still say that I retained length and my hair is growing back very well. Okay, okay, this is a piece from the back, stretched out, and it's coming down there, you know, and go back. Okay, you know, that's just from the back though. Let me see. The front is coming down here, collar, right by my collarbone, and then even here in the front is coming down under my chin. So, and of course, you know, y'all, I color my hair. I love coloring my hair. So, I'm back, and it's fun. I don't know. This feels like it's me. You know, do I regret doing it? Part of me would say yeah, because it was an investment. You know, the initial investment, and then the 6 or 7 retirements I had done after that. That was money that I really could have used on something else, you know. But it was, you know, but the way, you know, I look at it, if I had not have tried it, I probably would still be like, dang, I want Sisterlocks, you know, but at least I could say I tried them, I had them. My curiosity has, you know, all of that is good. Trying to think what else. Any more questions that would be asked of me in regard to my hair? So, you know, but yeah, so back to this is just like, you know, now I feel like I'm having more fun with my hair. You know, I'm just doing my twist outs and, you know, experimenting. Oh my gosh, one time I did a blowout and then I did bantu knots. I got the best compliments. I'm talking about even from my guy friends, because one of my friends had like a gathering at his house, and they were like, "Nicole, I really like your hair like that." Like it was big and it had so much body, and it was just really cute. So yeah, so that's where I'm at now with that. But as far as the Sisterlocks, I won't say that I absolutely hated the Sisterlocks, because I didn't. I think my issue with everything was just too much light. I don't know. It was just the circumstances surrounding the whole Sisterlock thing. You know, Sisterlocks themselves weren't that bad. You know, but I don't know. I can get kind of temperamental. I guess some people can probably say that I'm not good with change. It depends, you know. But I went into this really just expecting to have a good relationship and a good bond. You know, with my consultant, and I just was not expecting to lose her, you know, within, you know, 6 months, 5 months, you know, because she got to that point where she just could not do my locks anymore, you know. And I went to the other girl. I went to her one time. She was good, but it just didn't feel right it didn't fit right with me, you know, because I'm just like, it just wasn't fitting right with me. And then, of course, again, the money commitment that was being done. I'm just like, dude, you know, you're close to almost $100 every 4 weeks. Dude, I can really use that money for something else, you know? And, and then what else? And then there was some other little things that I didn't really expect. Whenever it was time getting close for me to get her a tightening, it just felt like my hair was pulling everywhere. Like everywhere. It just felt like it was pulling, strands were just pulling. And I would just be like, oh my gosh, like why does it feel like it's pulling? Is it gonna pop? Is my hair gonna snap off or whatever? You know, because it just didn't feel right. And then also, what else? And then when I get the retightening, no matter what I did, even if I washed my hair that morning and had it damp or spray it with water or whatever, my hair would still always hurt. you know. And I'm not really that tender-headed, but for whatever reason, they were hurting. What else? And then honestly, I would probably have to also say, I know if I would have gave it more time, they would have, you know, thickened up. Because actually, we're in May now. May 11th slash the 12th would have made 1 year. It would have been nice to see what they would have looked like. You know, I almost had thought about keeping like one end somewhere hidden just so I could see like how it would have changed over time. But I was like, nah. But anyway, it would have been good to see what they would have looked like after a year. But I don't know. At that point where I was at 6 months, I guess I still wasn't 100% satisfied with how they were looking. They looked very thin and something, you know, a little too spacey. They were just really thin, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get like body. I would do Bantu knots. It would give me some, but then it would always be flat. Like right here, it would be flat, and then it would be body everywhere else. You know, and for me, I like big hair. You know, you see that? See all that fullness in there? You know, I like big hair. Yeah, so those are just some of the little things that, because it's one of those things where I could have let that go and I could have said, okay, eventually my hair will thicken up and, you know, all of that stuff will go away. But when you add on all the other issues that I was having, then that's when those little small things start adding on too, and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm over the whole thing. I had to change consultants. It took me forever to find a new one. You have, and then the price, it was just too much. So it just wasn't for me. You know, but am I gonna completely knock it and say don't get it? I won't do that. You know, for some people, it's what they need. Because I mean, that was what I really had wanted. Because I do know that I like the uniform size and the grid. That's like the most number one thing that really drew me to Sisterlocks in the first place. You know, and I'm like, would I ever get Sisterlocks again? You know, I don't know. I think maybe when I have a better job, I'm making way much more money in my field, you know, maybe I would do it then, or maybe I would go to traditional. I don't know. If I did do it though, I would most likely request larger. That small wasn't for me. I would probably go more with medium and large, you know, if I decided to do it again. But that's it. So, you know, thanks for watching. I'm very sorry for the long wait. I mean, it's basically been 6 months since that last video. I'm so sorry. I don't want to make any promises. I would say that I would try to start making videos again. You know, with different hairstyles that I've seen that I want to try. But then I'm like, I don't really know if I will do that. But I just know I didn't want to leave everybody hanging, especially since I had that last video about me questioning if I was going to take them out. I didn't want to leave that hanging with no answers. You know, so here that is. So, but if you have any other questions in regard to the Sisterlock takedown, please feel free to comment. Just comment, you know, leave your questions and comments, or you can even send it through the inbox or something, you know, and I will definitely be sure to respond to you. And that's it. I'm gone, but thanks for watching. Bye.